This is Jamie with Bar. Welcome back to our How It Works sales series. In this video, we're going to dig into a key point of differentiation for Bar, which is inventory with a coach or variable services to help you get the most out of your inventory system. So again, just a reminder, what we see customers coming to us with a problem is they're not doing accurate inventory where they can really see the performance of individual items and compare what was sold and what was poured. And we're all about a down to the serving approach for inventory. The key challenge for bars is normally twofold. You normally don't have the right software, or you've got decent software, but you're not fully implementing it and executing to the full capabilities of that software. And so, what we believe is that good software needs people who know how to use it. And so, we pair your managers with an account manager who will work on live Zoom training sessions during the setup process. Then, each week when they do inventory, they will receive the data, help them with any errors, teach them and coach them on checking individual items, reconcile those changes, and then provide a video report each time you count so you can learn from your errors, do better next time, and continue to improve performance until your bar is humming and making money as it should. So let's start with, we're going to break down how we help you in 3 bits, how we help you during the setup process with data entry and providing help with accuracy and oversight. Let's take a look. So this is on the setup process. Rather than just ship you your equipment and get you signed in and then let you figure it out on your own, we go through a series of 4 live Zoom meetings. So the first meeting is the map setup meeting. So we teach you how to create that shelf to sheet mapping and fill in the items just by scanning their barcodes. Once you've done that, we answer your questions, double check everything's been done correctly before we move on to count training, which is the second meeting, where we teach you how to weigh open items using the Bluetooth scale and connect that device to your hardware, and then perform error checks during the counts as well as counting all the full items, of course. After we've done our initial count, we have a recipe setup meeting. So we learn all about your standard glassware, drink sizes, the signature drink menu and cocktail recipes, as well as discussing the areas where we might need to update point of sale programming so that it gives a better record of what's been sold. And then the final meeting, we teach you what has to be done each week in what order, and most importantly, teach you how to investigate the errors that are inevitable in most inventory systems. And we really see the errors as an opportunity. Moving on. So on a weekly basis, we're responsible for the boring, time-consuming part of data entry and the more technical, complicated parts of sort of accuracy oversight and integrating your purchase and sales. So on the data entry side, rather than you having to code and enter all of your invoices line by line, you simply upload them into the system the day before you do your count. Or if you're a FinTech Pro customer, you just provide access and we automatically can pull them down and upload them into the system. What that does, again, down to the serving, is for every invoice, we know the date, the invoice number, the total amount, and our data entry team enters the items exactly so that the number of items delivered and the prices are all matched to the penny so that we know we've reconciled that correctly. On the sales integration side, this is an area where a lot of systems fall down. We know which point of sale report you need to run from your system. We integrate 40 different systems, and then we help you determine the recipes and reprogram the system in cases where we need to do that. So in this case, they've uploaded the point of sale for the matching period between the two counts, and your point of sale system will tell us all the different buttons, how often they were pressed, and how many dollars were taken. Our system automatically calculates the button count times the recipe. And so it does it for different sizes. So for singles, martinis, double shots, this is just a modifier button, but it can calculate exactly how many ounces were sold. And again, we walk you through this process and take care of the technical parts for you. On the accuracy and oversight side of things, we always find there are errors when you count inventory. So you can just magically or presume this is magically going to be correct, or you can see that as an opportunity to learn where you're making errors and use that as a feedback loop to improve things. So after you perform a count and upload your sales report, your Borrow account manager will perform initial analysis and identify a list of items where the difference or the amount sold and the amount poured varies. That is presented to you. We send you an email and it says, in this case, there's 14 items to check. Let's check why we have these variances. So you then go and investigate them. It's easier to do it because someone's chosen which items to investigate and there's specific screens to click through. There's going to be another video coming up on the error resolution process in detail. But your manager investigates those and responded. So if they didn't find the error but suspect a missing invoice, they can tell us that and we'll manually adjust for that. If they mixed up the regular version of a vodka with a flavored version, they can identify that and correct it. In some cases, they'll investigate an error or a difference, a variance between what was sold and poured, and the detail is correct, in which case there's no change, but we've now checked that variance. And in this case, we had a new counter this week, and so they made a few more errors because they were not as familiar. So, for instance, they mixed up the Chardonnay and the Pinot Grigio. They confused a couple of other things. We then receive those responses, reconcile them into the system, and record a video report for you that gives you further feedback. We're obviously pretty knowledgeable of our inventory and our software, so that the end result is detailed, accurate results down to the serving for individual items wrapped up for your bar. And the system is more accurate and useful, as well as the experience being better. And like I said, we have variable services. So during the setup and initial weeks of count, you'll use our account services to make sure you get things working correctly. And then if and when you wish to save some money by doing this independently, you can do that. But we think you should solve the problem first and get the accuracy, and then consider how much assistance you need on an ongoing basis, because that's how you nail inventory and make your bar more profitable. Thanks for watching, and look out for further videos in this series.